Do you know what the secret of life is?
No, what?
This.
Your finger?
One thing. Just one thing. You stick to that and everything else don't mean shit.
That's great, but what's the one thing?
That's what you gotta figure out.
Seen better days. Put my face in my hands.
For those of you old enough to remember, that video was City Slickers. Curly, the old gnarly cowboy, he tells Billy Crystal's character the secret to life. Just one thing. One thing. And of course, Crystal's character wants to know.
What's the one thing?
That's what you gotta figure out.
There's this very interesting story. Jesus is wandering through the countryside and he comes to a home that's owned by Martha, which is unusual for starters, because in the Middle East, a woman being the head of the house was very unusual. But we find out that Martha has a sister called Mary, and this traveling character called Jesus turns up to town and they invite him back to their house, and they're like, oh, we've got, the guru, Jesus, rabbi, they used to call him, coming for dinner. And so, of course, Martha, the owner of the house, sensibly goes straight to the kitchen. And she busies herself around meal preparation and getting things all organised to have a guest in their home. And Mary, her sister, sits at the feet of Jesus. Tell us a story. Teach us. Teach us about your values. Teach us about your dream for the way the world should operate. He called it the kingdom of God. And Mary sits there to listen to the stories of Jesus. Martha comes out. She was a little bit pissed off, and she says, Jesus, tell Mary, my sister, to get into the kitchen and help me out.
Mary, Mary, you're on my mind. The folks are gone and the place will be mine.
Sounds like the Brady Bunch to me. Martha, Martha, Martha. It actually says that in the Bible, just like the Brady Bunch. You are worried about many things, but you need to be concerned about just a few things. In fact, just one thing. Martha, you are worried about many things. That's me. And some of the things I worry about. Last night, I slept terribly last night. I woke up thinking about many things. Maybe I should buy a new pair of headphones. Our culture, our materialistic culture, we worry about many things. There's statistics to show that the satisfaction level goes down immediately after a purchase. So what happens is lots of people are buying online and they click, and it's after that click that the satisfaction level begins to drop. So by the time the package arrives, there are many, many people, you might be one of them, that actually don't even bother unwrapping the packet.
Woke up this morning, I suddenly realized we're all in this together.
You are worried about many things, Martha. I actually wonder whether Martha in the kitchen was doing the right thing. Her right thing. The thing that she needed to be doing. And Mary, sitting at the feet of Jesus listening to his stories, was doing her right thing. Martha coming in to Mary saying, get in the kitchen and do my thing, was not right. But Jesus was saying, Martha, you love working and preparing and sharing your gift of hospitality. Mary loves learning. So the lesson in the story for me is that I should find the one thing, or as Jesus says, just a few things to worry about. I don't really think that God has given me one job to do. I don't really believe that there's this magic thing that sometime in my life I have to discover it and boom, there it is, the great job, the perfect. It's that God has given me some values, some characteristics, a personality, some tools to make up who I am. I build something of my life with those things and then put it into action. Serving other people, doing a job, gaining great satisfaction by applying those gifts and skills in creating things, a family, a great workspace, participating in building a better world. It's what Mary was doing, and it's what Martha was doing. Where Martha went wrong was when she said to Mary, you should be doing what I'm doing. You should be more like me. And Jesus' response was fantastic. Martha, 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 you are worried about many things. You should be worried about just a few. Just one thing. Finding out who you are and what you need to be doing. One thing. One thing.